Hello there, grade two. Happy Friday. You've made it through another week of lots and lots of hard work. Today we're going to do a little bit more maths work together, and we're going to be looking at, yes, you guessed it, some more of those different patterns. Today we're going to have a pattern challenge, and I've got some different patterns for you to look at, to complete, to extend and continue. Some patterns where I'd like you to find the different rule for each of them. But also we've got some games that we're going to play today as well. So we're going to break this lesson up with 3 different games. I've given you the links so you can use these games in any of your free time, not just in this class today. Okay, let's begin. Today we're going to review all of our work that we've done so far on patterns. So, as always, let's have a quick quiz and review some of our learning that we've done so far. You'll need a pencil and a piece of paper for this one. And don't forget, keep this one in your blue binder under the math section. Okay, here's our trusty friend again. So, I've got 3 questions for you today, but you can see that I've given you some more answers for you to choose from. Now, I may have been a little bit tricky and cheeky, and there may be more than one correct answer for some of these questions. So, read them very carefully and listen very, very carefully to all of the options that you can choose from. Okay, number 1. This isn't a question, it's an instruction. I would like you to write down all of the different types of patterns that you can see here in front of you. You can choose from A, numbers, B, shapes, C, repeating, D, increasing, E, decreasing, and F, color. Write down one or more of those options to the answer to question 1. Okay, number 2. What is increasing and decreasing? Is it A, repeating, B, getting bigger, C, getting smaller, or D, changing? Write your answer down on a piece of paper for me. And the last one for today, what does repeating mean? Is it A, getting bigger, B, the same pattern, C, getting smaller, or D, shapes? We'll go ahead and check all of these answers at the end, so keep that pencil and paper handy. So, I'm going to quiz you today on all different types of patterns that we have worked on together. We started with patterns that use colors and shapes, just like the ones that we have here. In the first one, the repeating rule is green, purple, yellow circle, green, purple, yellow circle. Then we have 2 blue triangles and a heart. 2 blue triangles and a heart. Then we studied repeating patterns. Repeating patterns are where they use 2 different numbers or 3 different numbers and they repeat them one after each other. In this case, we have 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4. So we're repeating the multiples of 2 and jumping 2 and 4. The next one was all about increasing number patterns, and those are numbers that are getting bigger, if you can remember rightly. Remember, each pattern must follow a rule, so in this case, we're increasing our number pattern by +5 each time. Then lastly, we looked at decreasing number patterns, and that's where the numbers get gradually smaller. This one you can see that we're jumping backwards along the number line with -2 being the rule. Okay, I told you we're going to play some games. So here's a quick game for today. You can see that I've left the link on there for you. So you can go ahead and you can click that link and it will take you straight to the page. I'm going to go straight to my page here. So Here we arrive at our number pattern quick game and practice. Right, we can see that this one must be a decreasing number pattern because we start at 55 and jump down to 53, 51, 49, then to 47 and 45. So what we need to do is work out the rule between each jump. That's right, it's -2. So 45 take away 2 would be, can you point to it on the screen? That's right, it was 43. Well done. So you can see here, it even gives you the rule of -2 each time. Let's try another one. Oh, again, we've got a decreasing number pattern. We're at 71, then we jump all the way down to 66, and then to 61. What could the rule be for this? If you can't count backwards and you're finding it too hard to take away, start with one of the smaller numbers and count up, like 61, put that in your head. Count on 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, which means that we've counted on 5. So the rule is getting smaller, -5. 46, take away 5. Let's work on that one together. 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41. There we are. How did you do? Let's try another one, shall we? Another decreasing number pattern. This time, we're starting at 88, and we have to count backwards to 83, then to 78, 73, 68, 63. What's coming next? Well, if you look at the numbers, we have -5 each time. So let's count backwards -5 from 63. 63, 62, 61, 60, 59, 58. So we've got this number over here. Okay, let's do one more and then we can move on. But don't forget, you've got this link and you can change them to make them more difficult, even really super hard, or genius, which is very tricky. Okay, let's try this one here, another decreasing number pattern. We start at 65, jump down to 60, 55, 50. Did you guess the rule yet? Of course, we're jumping backwards from -5. So 5 less than 40 is 35. How did you do? Okay, let's come back to our lesson over here then. So as you can see, we do have the web page there for you. So all you can do is click on that and you can play. There's lots and lots of different number sequences. There is number sequences using multiples of 2, 5, 10, 3, 4, 6, all sorts of different ones. So go ahead and enjoy. So here we're going to look back at some mixed number patterns. Some of them are decreasing, some of them are increasing, some of them are repeating. What I want you to do is take your pencil and a piece of paper and write down the rule for each number pattern that you can see here in front of you. Go ahead and pause that video, and in a moment when you're done, we can come back together and we'll look at the rule for each of these different number patterns. Okay, guys, how did you do? Were you able to write down all of the different rules? So let's look at the first one here. It's an increasing number pattern because the numbers are getting bigger. We jump from 12 to 15, then to 18, and then to 21. How many more are we going up along the number line? That's right. It's got the rule of +3 each time. Now, we're starting with bigger numbers and we're going down from 75 to 70, 65, 60, and 55. How many are we getting smaller by each time, or how many are we decreasing by? That's right, it has the rule of -5. This one's not increasing or decreasing. We start at 11 and jump to 10, then back up to 11, then back down to 10. This, of course, is a repeating number pattern. We start with -1, then +1, then -1. What would come next? Okay, we're going back down again, so this is another decreasing number pattern. We're starting at 54 and jumping to 45, then down to 36, and then another jump down to 27. These are quite big jumps, not fully -10. It would be with a rule of -9 each time. How did you get on? Okay, we've got numbers getting bigger again this time, so it's increasing this time. We're starting at 16, jumping back up to 32, then to 48, and up to 64. Huge jumps along the number line. How many have we increased by? You guessed it, the rule is +16. Now we're starting all the way up at 5001. We're jumping down to 4001, then 3001, and 2001. Can you guess how many we've gone down the number scale? How much have we decreased by? Well, each time it's been -1000. Did you get that one? Okay, well done. And the last one again. I think I see some repeating. 20 to 40, then back down to 20, and then back up to 40, and then to 20. This is a repeating number pattern as we've seen before, and we're jumping up by 20, then down by 20, +20, -20. Okay, time for another game now. I think we've all seen this website, ABC Ya. We've used it in the computer lab before, and this again is going to be some number patterns. So again, you can click on the link and you can play that as much as you like over the weekend. I'm going to come back to my web page, and here we have our ABC Ya number pattern game. What we need to do for this one is help the monster truck reach its goal by adding in the missing numbers. So we click on play, and let's have a practice first today. Maybe we can do a race later. So you can see that we've got our number line here, and we're obviously increasing in this number pattern. But what would come next? 10, 20, can you see? That's right. Click and drag 30. So our monster truck can drive all the way off. Okay, so we're starting at 6, 9, then we're missing one, but it looks like we're missing something at the start. How many is between 6 and 9? Let's count on. 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 3. So our first number that we need to place is 3. What would come after 9? Let's count on 3 more than 9. 9, 10, 11, 12. There, you guessed it. And then the monster truck can go all the way off. Okay, we've got 4, 6, 8. No, there's something missing. We're jumping up by how many each time? 2. So let's place that number first over here. After 8, we're going up to 10. There you go. Oh, he's stopped. That must mean that there's another one. After 18, we jump 2 more to 20. There we are. Good job, everybody. Okay, let's do one more, and then I'll let this with you, and you can play with this as much as you like. So we're starting at 4, but then we're missing something. I think the best way to look at this is to jump to 12 and then count on from 12 to 16 to see how many spaces we move along the number line. You ready? Put 12 in your head. 13, 14, 15, 16. That's right, we've gone 4 spaces. 4 and 4 is 8. So after 24, we need to go 4 more. Well, if 4 plus 4 is 8, 24 plus 4 must be 28. So 28 plus 4 again. This one's a bit more tricky. We're at 32. And then finally, you guessed it, 36. How did you do? Okay, well, I'll let you play this game as much as you like. Some of them get harder, some of them get easier. And once you've finished all of the patterns for the practice round, you can go and you can take a race with different monster trucks. So let's come back to our slide here. Okay, let's have a bit of a real practice again now for writing down the rule for each pattern. We've done this before, so what I'd like you to do is see each of the patterns that you've got in front of you here. I've chosen some patterns that use shapes and color. I've chosen increasing and decreasing number patterns, some with really big numbers, some with less big numbers. So you just try as many as you can. So on your piece of paper again, go and write down the rule for each one of these number patterns. You can pause the video here and we'll check in just a moment. Good luck. Right, how did you get on? So let's look at the first one, shall we? Well, here we have 2 stars and then a heart. And then we repeat that, 2 stars and a heart. So this is a pattern that uses shapes and colors. So we need to say that they are 2 gold stars and 1 green heart. That would be the exact rule. Come down to the next one. This looks like the numbers are getting smaller, which must mean that it's a decreasing number pattern. We're starting at 48. We jump down to 44, and there's our rule, -4. Did you get that one right? This time, our numbers are getting bigger, which must mean that it's an increasing number pattern, yes. Jumping from 35 to 42, what are we adding this time? You got it, we're adding +7. That's the rule for each one of these. Now, this time the numbers are getting smaller again, which must mean it's a decreasing number pattern. We're starting all the way up at 144. Let's count backwards to 132, shall we? 144, 143, 142, 141, 140, 139, 138, 137, 136, 135, 134. Uh-oh, I've run out of fingers. Best use my toes. 133, 132. 10 and 2 is the rule of -12. Did you get that one? Okay, last one. This time, you guessed it, we've gone for a repeating number pattern. We've got 44 to 40, back to 44, back to 40. So the rule for this one, being repeating, is that each time we jump -4 and then +4. How did you get on with them? I'm sure you did a super job. Keep up the good work. Okay, I've got another game for you. Oh, too exciting. Again, I've left this link on here for you, so all you need to do is click on that link and you can then play these games as much as you like over the weekend or any time that you want to practice playing with some number games, some number patterns. Right, let's come back here. And here we have our number patterns. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. I think we're doubling. What is double 32? You got it. It's 64. Good job. Again, this one looks a little bit funny. 1, 2, 4, 7, 11, 16, 22. Should we ask the little cat for some help? You got it. Oh, no, that's true. I'm going to let you play with this one, okay? So we've got 3 games for you to play with. 1, 2, and 3. Play with any of these to practice your number patterns at any time. Good luck and have fun. Okay, almost there today, guys, and it's soon time for your weekend. So, last 3 things to do. Can you take your pencil and paper and then write down the rule and then the number that you think comes next in each of the patterns? We start at 130, jump down to 110, 90, 70, 50, 30, 10. We're almost running out of numbers. Okay, 5 seconds to work it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You got it. The rule is -20, which would mean the next number is 0. And yes, that is a number. Okay, 66, 55, 66, 55, 66, 55, 66. It's a repeating pattern, so what would come next? You got it. It would be 55. Okay, we're having some increasing number patterns now, and I'd like you to work out the rule and the next 2 numbers. We start at 24, jump up to 36, 48, 60, 72, 84, 96. Ooh! I think if you look at the numbers between 60 and 72, that will give you a good hint. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. It was plus 12 each time. So the next numbers will be 96 and 108. Okay, this time I'd like you to continue my number pattern for me. We start at 12. We're jumping up to 18, then to 24 and 30. Write the next 4 numbers in this increasing number pattern for me onto a piece of paper. And don't forget, keep it in your blue binder. This time, we're starting at 55, jumping down to 45, up to 55, back down to 45. I think it's repeating. Go ahead and write the next 4 numbers down for me, please. Okay. Normally, I give you a little bit of a challenge to go and write 1 number pattern. But today, I want you to go ahead and make me 3 number patterns, because we've looked at increasing number patterns, decreasing number patterns, and repeated number patterns again today. So go ahead and make me 3 different ones. You don't need to take too long on this. Go and enjoy your weekend. Hey, just before I go, let's check the answers to the quiz that we had at the beginning. So I asked you firstly to write down all of the different types of patterns. And I told you there was a trick question because it was all of them. We can make patterns with all of them, like we've practiced over the last few weeks. What is increasing and decreasing? Well, there are 2 questions here in one, so there must be 2 answers. B getting bigger and C getting smaller. And finally, what does repeating mean? We've been practicing that again today, and yes, we know that it has the same pattern each time. How did you do? I'm sure by now you're all doing super job at all of these videos, and tomorrow I'm going to be making a very extra special video for you, and we're going to be going on a little bit of a walk around the forest area together. So look forward to that in your science class. Thanks ever so much again for listening, everybody. You're always being superstars, and keep on sending that work. Stay happy, stay healthy, do some exercise, get your body moving and motivated, and keep smiling. That's the best thing. Bye bye for now.